coming. I really appreciate you guys coming here and checking it out. It's one of those type of businesses where you really need to come in and see what we do here. So I'll try and keep this short. I do tend to ramble on a little bit. So as you can see, we're at like a medium high level with our furniture here. We do a lot of reclaimed timbers and furniture. So a lot of the new pieces and stuff you've seen around the showroom, the timbers 50 to 70 years of age, comes out of old houses out of Indonesia and then gets repurposed into the furniture that you see here. So it's very sustainable and is obviously high quality. And you know, we really like selling a lifestyle with the furniture that we have in here. So what I really want to talk about though is not so much about the retail side of things. Retail's retail. I'd like to talk more about the service side of things, and that's why I've handed out these packs. So if you could flick through them and pass them around, that would be great for me. So one of the things that we really pride ourselves on here in retail, and that is that we give a lot of interior decorating advice. So you don't just come in here to buy one piece. So if you're looking to buy this coffee table, we're going to really understand about your space to make sure it's going to work. If it's not going to work, we're not going to sell it to you. All right, we're not here just to sell you one piece. So we consult in here. So we want to understand your space, the balance, the colors that you're working with, what sort of look and feel that you guys are going to be doing in here. And we give that free advice. You could be buying a piece of furniture from Coco Republic or Village next door. We're going to give you the same advice. We really pride ourselves on giving the advice to make sure the piece of furniture is going to work in your place no matter where you buy it from. And that's why people come back to us. And that kind of leads into what we do with our interior decorating. So you've got my retail agenda here. Okay, this is our style with our retail. We've only got all this new stuff in 2 weeks ago. There's only 2 of us in the country who have access to it. We're now wholesaling to interior designers and decorators, which has only just started the last couple of weeks. But with our interior design and decorating, we have access to over 200 suppliers across Australia. So in these packs that I've handed out, you're going to see stuff that you can't even see in this shop here. All right, these are just images from some of the suppliers, so you can see the types of styles that we can do. And the reason why I want to show you that is because we do boutique interior decorating. All right, so we'll match your budget and match to your style, and we'll lean into these 200 suppliers right across Australia. We don't push our retail agenda. That's most probably one of the most important things, is that we don't push our retail agenda on you. We're not going to force you to buy the stuff from here. If I have to go and buy pieces from a retail business that we can't find through any of our 200 wholesalers that we use across the country, that's what we'll do, okay? Because for us, it's about our reputation and making sure we're creating that look. Now, obviously, again, we're in that medium to high range. Not everyone's going to come in and spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a table or $800 on a dining room chair. But because we're in that space, we are able to do everything from budget friendly, like we've just done 2 apartments for about $15,000, and that's more at the price point of like your Harvey Norman, even A-month sort of level. So we have suppliers where we can get down to that normal level and still create a look and feel for people at a more affordable price. And then of course I've got the opposite end of the scale where people are dropping $80,000, $100,000 on furniture packages, right? But that's not the majority of people. So that was most probably one of the big things that differentiates us from everyone else, is that we're really focused on creating that space. That also flows into our retail business. So if you come in here, so the most probably it's got to be about 30 to 40% of the people that walk in here are coming in here to get ideas. They're not sure what they're going to do. They're either moving, renovating, building, and the last category, which you get very few of, is people that are upgrading their furniture, especially right now with interest rates. All right, but everyone coming here to get ideas of what kind of look and feel they want to get. And when that happens, we will go all the way back to what they're building, what materials they're using, and making sure we're tying everything in together. And we do that in here free of charge. So then what we do with people, the biggest problem on the Gold Coast is trying to find furniture, right? Even in Brisbane, it's quite hard. Most of the stuff that we will bring from local wholesalers that we're not importing ourselves comes out of Sydney and Melbourne. We've got thousands of shops down there. That's where you find all the good stuff. So in the shop here, we actually offer personal shopping. So when you're looking for a few pieces for a few rooms, you sit down at the desk and you basically get a mini interior decorating console where we'll look at your house, the images that you've got of your house, the look and feel you're going for, and we'll actually put together and finish off your house with those key pieces, whether it's from artwork to rugs to pendants to sofas. And then if we can't find it, then we'll direct you to where you need to go find it. Then that will generally be a retailer. All right, so we're not just about pushing our retail agenda and the stuff that's on here. We really are focused on creating that experience and getting that look and feel. Yeah, that you guys are chasing. So we can pretty much do it all. I mean, within reason, but you know, we've got suppliers that supply Harvey Norman, for example. So we can tie in and create looks and feel at that kind of price point. We don't always have to be up at this high level. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to bring everyone in here, so you can get an understanding of actually what we do, get an idea of the look and feel. You see on the back of the pages there, you just see like the standard sort of wicker stuff that you'll find at Harvey Norman and Domain like that. So where we'll come in with our skills is how we dress it up and the accessories and the pieces that we put around it to dress it up to make it look the way that you want it to be. Can I talk about property staging at all, or?
Sorry?
Can I touch on property staging?
Yeah, touch on that, yeah, 100%.
Is that right? That's all good to get out. Cool.
Yeah.
And then of course we do property staging, and the philosophy flows through to that. So I have a lot of the property stages, the big companies that have got the good quality furniture are based in Brisbane, right? It costs about $1,000 to get it down here. That kind of puts us out at the price point for a lot of the property styles that are down here. I've negotiated with all three of the major players in Brisbane special rates to get their stuff down here on the furniture. They all know at work that I don't favour one over the other. And what we do, we actually choose that company based on the house that you guys are selling. All right, so if you've got a Hampton style house, we're going to pick one particular supplier. If you're doing a very coastal, relaxed kind of look, which is kind of what we've got in here, we're going to pick another supplier. All right, we're picking the supplier based on the house. So when we're doing the staging, you know, we again are doing interior decorating. We're matching the product with your house. And that we hand select all the furniture, all the decor, and then we come in and bring in some of our decor as well, just to elevate the property. So other things too that we've got exclusivities on, which is quite funny because they've given me all this, but we're only just building up the property, the staging side of the business now, but they believe in what we're trying to do down here. I've got exclusivities on you can pay when you sell as well, so you can get interest free, so you have to fork any money up. And just for some stats for people, like over in the United States, you don't, this will be a shout out to Gavin as well, you don't ever buy a house without a buyer's agent, number one. And I would, after speaking to Gavin, if you haven't, I would never ever buy a house ever again without a buyer's agent. And you never obviously sell a house without a real estate agent. And
particularly Campbell more.
Yeah. And when you're selling a house too, you want to make sure that it's staged, right? Yeah. You want to remove all your personal possessions, you want to declutter, you want us to come in and do those things. So the stats are you get a 3 to 10% increase. 3 to 10% increase when it's been staged. That is a lot of money that people leave on the table when they leave it empty, or they think they can just get away with just leaving their own furniture. Right? You need people to get the emotional buy to walk in and go, wow, and understand how they can use the space. We're not coming in and just dumping, you know, this might be a lounge room, we're not coming in just replacing it with other furniture. We'll create the spaces of how we think the house will best flow. So that philosophy for us through our retail runs all the way through. And yeah, that's why I wanted to bring you guys in. So thanks again for coming.
Any questions? Thanks, Ryan. Any questions of Ryan?
So, Ryan, question on property staging.
Sure.
So, if you have an existing house, does that company will take your own